Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekend energy reading. This is a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, feel free to check your other signs that might be in your chart in case one of those resonates with you more. However, if this does resonate with you, please do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff so we can help get to the other Sagittarius in our world. We are going to do a weekend energy reading here with 3 energy cards. They are going to give us our general energy. We're going to pull a challenge card, which is going to let us know what challenge we might face this weekend. We'll pull a guardian angel card to kind of help us guide us through facing that challenge. And then we'll pull a love card to see if there's any love coming this weekend for you or any advice regarding love this weekend. So let's get to it without further ado. Alrighty. Okay, so we have the Fool card, the Justice card, and the Six of Swords card. Oh, I almost said Six of Wands, but it's the Six of Swords. So I feel like here what I'm seeing is the way this is reading to me is that you've had kind of a week where you're moving away from something that's kind of been negative, and it could just be the work week, could be a relationship, it could be something that you've just been going through, but it's not been the best for you. It's kind of been, I mean, it's not been horrible, it's not a terrible thing, but you feel like you need to move away from it. As you can see in the Six of Swords, they're sailing away, usually to a safer, happier place. So I feel like that's where you are going into this weekend. The Justice card lets me know that whatever it is you've been dealing with, you are either having justice is coming this weekend, or you have just recently received justice to that to kind of kick off your weekend. Part of me feels like you may have just received news of justice, or you will be, and it's going to be such a lightening of burden to you. So it's something that you've kind of been really waiting on for a while, because I see the Fool card, and the Fool card is letting me know that it's, you know, the Fool is like, I'm just free, carefree, so carefree that I'm just like, pack my bags, lift it, and I'm gone. I'm so happy. So whatever justice has come to you, it has lifted your burdens to the point where this weekend you're feeling super free. Now, again, with the Fool card, he's close to the edge of a cliff. The dog is like trying to get him back. So be careful not to go overboard this weekend if that is the case. If this is resonating with you, that something, whatever it may be, you feel like you've gotten justice on, whether it was, you know, a breakup and you feel like you finally are moving out of that and you feel justified in that, or if it was a financial situation and you got justice on it, or if it was, you know, you feel like, you know, you finally got justice at work, you finally got justice at anything that you feel like you've been kind of worried about, kind of struggling with, kind of a little bit weighing on you, and now it's kind of come to fruition to where you feel like that burden is a little bit lifted, gone, you feel happier about it. I feel like that's coming for you this weekend if it hasn't already, and you're going to be able to celebrate and feel a lightness, a lightheartedness this weekend, but just don't go too crazy. Don't jump off the cliff here. The Fool can get a little bit, you know, overboard with, you know, his lack of, you know, groundedness and sensibilities. So don't let it get too crazy for you, but, you know, enjoy that lack of stress, that, you know, that joy that you have where you've been kind of burdened down and you're finally getting to move out of that position. So I definitely feel like that's good news for you, for sure. Let's check your challenge card and see what kind of challenge you might be facing with this. Because at this point, it does really look like something that you have been kind of dealing with for a while. You know, and it could be you had a court case ongoing and today was your resolution on that, or you got something in the mail today that was kind of a resolution or a check or something that, you know, you've been kind of waiting on or contemplating what's going to happen, and you got what you felt was justified for you, justice for you in some way. And so you're pretty hype about that for this weekend as well. You should be. But let's see what that says as far as what kind of challenge you might deal with that. The Hermit card. So the Hermit card is saying, you know, that the Hermit's very wise and typically is someone who will stay in, but also it's a person that will, you know, can go out, lead with their lamp. And a lot of people say that this is, you know, a star or can be the sun, that kind of thing. So I think here, the one thing that I would say is that if the challenge is the Hermit card, you may have a challenge where, you know, you feel like you got justice, but internally you may still be struggling. You know, you may still be struggling to, this is a lightness, okay? But the Hermit card is telling me that you don't feel like you can come out yet. You don't feel like you can actually celebrate in full yet. You feel like you've won a battle, but that you have not won the war. So something about this tells me that you are still contemplative. You're still in your shell. You don't feel like you are ready to come out. You know, you have your light out. You have won a battle. You have won some justice, but there may be a second part to this. There may be something else you're waiting for. You may have gotten deliberation on a portion of something, or you may have got a piece of what you wanted, but there's more to it that you're still waiting on. And this is giving me the distinct impression that you are not completely ready to, you know, you're celebrating this, you know, but maybe foolishly, because you don't know for sure. You don't feel, you still have some sort of gnawing feeling a little bit that there's something left that you're still waiting on. You don't have complete closure on yet. And that's bothering you. So I feel like that's something that you are still waiting on. You're still holding for something. And you may know exactly what I'm talking about, but I definitely feel like there's something still internally, something inside, something that's keeping you from being able to completely come out and feel your best, feel like you can completely release and go forth, like out externally, joyous, completely back to your old self. There's something that's keeping you inside like a hermit, but emotionally in your shell, because you still feel like there's something that you are waiting on justice wise. There's still another piece to this. Perhaps your guardian angel here cards can shed some light on this, how to deal with it or what might become of it. Could you shed some light please on this for us? Because I think maybe that may even tie into the Fool card, is that you're celebrating, but you know that that is a full celebration at this point, because you still have that gnawing feeling that there's something else to be done, something that's still not completely finished with this, whatever it is you're seeking justice on. You've gotten some justice, but there's more to it, and until you've got it all, you're not completely satisfied right now. And you've got the Presence card, and the Presence card is basically saying, you know, that you have in your presence right now, you know, it's drawing to your presence, and it's saying right this minute, you know, in your presence, you have to be internalized. There's something there that is making you feel a certain way, that is either needs to be released or needs to be addressed for you to be able to, you know, fulfill what you want. And that's tying directly into this, that there is a heaviness here in your presence, I feel like, with this. I feel like that's what it's saying, you know, with the Hermit card, that, you know, you have to, you're going to have to get this resolved before you can feel fully present in this ability to get justice and celebrate. And you're just not quite there yet. There's some other piece. I definitely feel like there's some other piece that is still missing. Something else you're waiting on, some other piece for justice, something else, or something that you didn't get that you're still negotiating, something that you want. Maybe you got a job, but you didn't get all the money you wanted, so you're going to try to go back and negotiate that. Maybe this is a relationship and you're trying to negotiate with the person and they're just not hearing you right now the way you feel like they should, so you're not fighting the way you were, but you're not there yet. Or it could be, you won a court battle, but you didn't get all of your terms yet, or you're still waiting on the second part of that. But there's definitely something where your presence is bound right now a little bit, because you're still almost feeling a limbo. Can we get a love card here and see if that sheds any light on it, please? Because you're still withdrawn. You're still feeling like the hermit. You're withdrawn in your presence right now. Unrequited love. So if this is with somebody that you had a situation with, if this is a person that's just not giving you your fair due, and this could be either in your personal agreements with relationships, or it could be in a settlement with that person, or it could be like a divorce agreement with that person, or it could just be negotiations with that person if you have children with them over how to deal with the kids. It could be any sort of negotiation with that you just feel like they aren't giving you the respect, the equal respect that you're giving them. You're not feeling like you're getting 100% the justice that you deserve in that regard, that there's some sort of unrequited justice, unrequited. And in this term, it's love, but that's because you don't feel like you're being treated fairly. And that's why the term love is there. You feel like you're being treated unfairly. And it's a heaviness on your presence. It's heavy. And that's why you're not allowing yourself to really come out and feel completely free yet. Because you've gotten some justice. You've gotten through to them to a certain extent. You've made headway to a certain extent. You've made a lot of motion forward to get away from a lot of the negatives that you were facing, but you're just not as far as you'd like to be yet. And this Fool card could be their energy too. This could really be that their energy is they're just not listening. They're just not listening to you. The other party involved in the lawsuit, the other party involved in work, the other party involved in your relationship. They're just not listening. They're being very immature. They're just not paying attention. They're just not listening to you. And it's making it very hard for you because you're trying to be very present for them. You're trying to be very, emotionally. The hermit is very wise, long living wise person. You're trying to be very, I guess like mature about things, and they're just not. They're being a fool about things, to be honest with you. And it's really making things hard for you. So, that could be the situation as well. But whatever it is, I think at this point, my situation here for you is that you need to really just look inside yourself and see what you can do, if anything, to try to make peace with the justice you've gotten now, or what you need to do to go forward with this. And if it's something that you just can't because this person is just not working with you, they're just not giving back what you're putting in, then, this may be a perfect time to just completely sail away and be done with it and get the closure. Just call that closure. When they start disrespecting you, that's closure. You don't need any more. Be done with it. Have the presence in yourself to know that that's good enough. Once they disrespect you, that's enough. Because, sometimes you just cannot make someone listen. And that may very well be what it is. Your justice may be walking away. because you've tried everything else. And that's the final piece. The final piece is saying enough's enough. So I hope this resonated with some of you. I hope that, you know, you are able to get the piece that you need out of this. And I hope that if you did enjoy this, you'll like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and be able to, you know, learn something from it or glean something, knowledge from it if it did resonate with you. Otherwise, I hope to see you back next week for further readings. Bye.